This next unit is about trade, and 2.1 is about absolute advantage versus comparative advantage. And the beauty of trade, and one of the most important points to get across in economics, is that trade is a win-win situation. Both parties must stand to gain, or they're not going to engage in these voluntary trades or this voluntary exchange. So one individual may be able to do everything better than somebody else, but they can still gain from trade. I think about it when I ask my kids to help me clean my house. I know I'm going to do a better job than what they are, but if I'm able to divide and conquer and it's good enough, and we'll talk about that whole principle later of marginal analysis, but if it's good enough, I can get things done a lot quicker than if I had to do absolutely everything by myself. So I might have an absolute advantage in cleaning my house and all the different things that I ask my kids to do. But comparatively speaking, we have to do the math and calculate the opportunity cost. What do I have to give up in order to make my house be as clean as I want and to clean it by myself? So at some point, the cost is too high. I have to give up too many things so that I'm willing to allow them to do certain things. So I do the things that I have the least opportunity cost by allowing them to do the things that they can do at the least opportunity cost, and then we kind of trade. So looking at this, I want you to print out your I can statements. I want you to print out the resources, and the only thing that's on this resource handout are questions over this video. Now, if you want to stop with that and you completely understand the concept, that's entirely up to you. If you need to use this video here, feel free to use that one too. It's going to have a lot of the same things. It's going to say it a different way, and it's going to give you some examples and things like that. You're going to need to print off this handout right here. If you need to work with a partner, it's not a problem. And this one right here, this does the math. This does a little, kind of an introduction to math, very, very little of it. And I have made a video here that works through this math handout with you. And then together in class, we're going to do this comparative advantage in folding or paper folding. So just another easy way to hopefully make you understand what this means. Those of you who are interested in the 4+, the A+, the math is really not that difficult. It's just a matter of doing ratios, looking at fractions and evaluating which fraction is, bigger and which one's smaller. So he does a really good job of explaining again. These are the 3 handouts that you're going to need to print off. So I would encourage everyone to look at that because it's really not that difficult, but I do think that the principle is a little more advanced, and I don't think it's necessary. But if you want the A+, print those off, work through it with him. He makes it extremely easy, I think. And I think that's it for this one. Oh, over here. I have put a little quiz over here that I found online, and it works through, and you can play it live, and it has some questions where it actually has you calculating the opportunity cost to figure out which country has the absolute advantage and which country has the comparative advantage. So you just click on that, and you can play that. So that'll help.